Every single day, passengers consume roughly 18 million in-flight meals. And every single day, thousands of passengers walk away thinking the food tasted like cardboard. When we criticize airline food, we usually blame the caterers. But the actual problem is your own compromised biology. Once you reach cruising altitude, the pressurized cabin mimics an 8,000-foot mountain peak. Simultaneously, humidity drops to a desert-like 12%. Gastrophysicists have found that this specific atmospheric combination instantly dries out your nasal passages, and it physically numbs the taste buds on your tongue. Airline catering isn't traditional cooking. It's a feat of environmental engineering, designed to keep a captive, sensory-deprived population fed in a highly unnatural environment. Supplying these flights requires massive industrial complexes located right next to global airports. The largest of these facilities can process up to 130,000 individual meals in a single day. The protocols required before cooking even begins are closer to a biomedical laboratory than a kitchen. Chefs have to pass through high-pressure air shower chambers that physically sweep microscopic dust and biological contaminants off their uniforms. Inside, hundreds of workers operate in machine-like synchronization, assembling thousands of identical meals on specialized preparation lines. These strict hygiene protocols are the only way to prevent mass foodborne illness from spreading across a global flight network. Once on board, flight attendants face severe spatial constraints, heating everything in tiny, low-voltage warming ovens. To prevent meals from turning to rubber, ground chefs use partial cooking, pulling proteins off the heat at exactly 30 to 60% doneness. Immediately after that partial cook, the food is plunged into rapid brine-based cooling systems. This violently halts the internal heating process and locks out bacterial growth. The chilled meals move through a strict logistics network, arriving on the tarmac exactly 120 minutes before departure. Mastering the manipulation of time and temperature is what allows a meal to survive a 36-hour transit window. Even with perfect temperature control, there is an invisible biological disruptor waiting inside the cabin, the constant 85-decibel roar of the jet engines. This chart visualizes cross-modal perception. As the brain processes loud jet noise, it physically suppresses its ability to register sweet and salty flavors by 30%. But this acoustic stress triggers an anomaly. The noise actively enhances your perception of umami, or savory flavors. Caterers offset this shift by loading recipes with umami-heavy ingredients, like roasted earthy mushrooms, splashes of soy sauce, and aged Parmesan cheese, to reach the passenger's brain through the noise. This explains why tomato juice is disproportionately popular at 35,000 feet. It is packed with glutamic acid, providing a heavy, savory profile that remains vibrant even when your other senses are dull. Modern airline menus are precisely reverse-engineered chemical formulas, calculated to compensate for the exact sensory deficits of a flying human. That unremarkable-looking tray of food sitting in front of you is a rugged survivor of a 36-hour logistical gauntlet. It passed through biomedical air showers, mathematically calculated partial cooking, flawless cold chains, and sonic flavor compensation. Peeling back the foil reveals a daily triumph of global logistics and high-altitude engineering.
Do you have any ideas for my next video? Just write them down in the comments below, and I will explain it in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.